Hiya folks, I've been out on another little trip. Went back down to the Secret River. Now this trip's this video was filmed over 2 days. I went on 23rd and then I went again today. I had a bit of cabin fever, so I had to go down and do some digging and checking some places out. What I'm trying to do with these videos is I'm doing them, I'm learning, but I'm trying to explain why I'm looking where I'm looking, if that helps anybody. Now obviously any suggestions or comments or questions, they're always welcome, so put them in the comment box below and we'll get back to you. Now as I say, I'm trying to learn to read the river better, and you'll see what I mean. Tomorrow I'm probably going down again back to where I went last week. Difference between the gold where I went last week and the gold here is the size. This stuff's a lot bigger, and well, a lot bigger. There's potentially a lot bigger stuff down there as well, but it'll probably be deeper. But I'm gonna go down there with kids tomorrow and have a little bit of play around, and when they start finding it, they might dig better next spring. Method to my madness. But anyway, I'll get on with it. There's some gold at the end. Nice to be nice. Well, it'd have been rude to stay in on a day like today. So guys, back down here, as you can see, I've done about 12 pans so far and been skunked. I haven't found a single thing. I'm just doing a few pans from behind that big slab of rock there to see the build-up material. This is an inside curve, so I found good gold in there, found a big bit there, and obviously found all that other stuff of the week. I've tested from behind that tree, that one, and basically all the way along here. I mean, that were a good little streak where it deposited in that edge there, and I'm hoping something similar is happening there. And if not, there's a few places down there what I'd like to look at. Just there, one spot so far, about 16 pans. Could have gone home skunked, but that's out of there. I just moved a bit further on. It was going to be my last pan, so I'll do another last pan, see what I get out of that, gold that I mean. So I might just have to walk down, I've got an hour or so. So not massive, second pan from here. I took one out of there, and I just stood that rock up and got them from under there. So I'm going to carry on cleaning that out. You see how the river runs here now, that's inside curve there, but water will cross over, and gold will try to go in a straight line. So it'll cross over to this side, which becomes inside curve and goes back down there. So I'm going to have a little bit more of a poke around there, see what I can pull out of there. And there's a couple more pieces there, small though, one there, one there. I'll just come out of that. I've already cleaned that out. Well, this is the third time this year, and that's the first pan out of this, so I'm going to clean it out again. Moving down. Now that's interesting as well there. Before it weren't as clear as that, so I'm assuming we had some rain since the last time I came all the way down here, well up there, not far, but and that's moved stuff along there. Now again, that's inside curve, so in theory it could be all gold along there. Especially as that's like when really high water comes and it gets water there, and it's obviously quite old. You see width of the river, and this bank's built up, but it's eating it away at that side. So again, it's still inside curve there, and again this is inside curve when it's coming as well. I mean, it could be hitting that big log there and smashing that way and smashing that way. I don't know, I've never seen it in high water. So there's 3 pieces there. Now I'm wondering if there's just been a load of stuff deposited as this bank built up here. There's this bank. Because I'm pulling it out of that corner, it could be coming out of that wall. It's trapped behind this waterfall, perhaps that waterfall or this drop runs right way or further across and all getting caught up behind there. Because if you look, this has been laid down, there's a big massive pebble there, not that one, but there's one there as well. So
so it'll be interesting to see what's in here. It's going to get dark in a minute, so this is a bit last film, and I'll show you what I've got when I get home and sorted it out. Well, it's Boxing Day. At lunchtime I had to come back down here, because after going back and looking at what I've got out of here after I switched camera off last time, and it was nagging me. So, reason being is I had a little bit of a dig behind that boulder there, and I found some pretty nice stuff. I was finding stuff out of there, and my theory now with this is that this ledge here runs across, and it's been depositing gold in there, and there's also depositing some decent stuff on here. So I'm going to have a little play around here, but what I also want to do is come over here and just have a try down here, because again this is where, when water's running high, it should be depositing here as well. So this is just tests really, but it'll be interesting to see what I find out of that, because here is well, this river I found the biggest piece of the gold I found, and I know it only starts about 10 miles that way in the forest. That's where this river starts, so all gold that's in here is coming off at land here, which must have been deposited by glaciers. So, but I don't, there's a good chance I could find some nice pieces in here. And if you look, it comes narrow, and then where I am now, it all widens up, and where it widens up the water slows down and drops anything that it's carrying, i.e. the gold. So I'm going to see if I can find some. I just did a couple of pans, did a pan from under that, didn't get anything. I just did a pan there in front off, and there's two pieces there, so you can see them easy. So that'll give me an idea. I might run a few more pans there. I'm going to test that bit there, and it'll be interesting to see what I dig out of there. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I've only done 2 pans, and my finger ends are freezing, and I'm wearing gloves as well, so see what it's really like. I'm just doing a test hole here. That rock was actually there, and I've gone down. It's at bedrock. As you can see, it's not very deep. I'll just put some more water in it, so I could suck the bottom out, because it's on bedrock. That pump makes all the difference. And that's my sample from there. I'm going to pan that out, see what I get. And I'm going to do another test down here a little bit, which will probably be about here, around this rock. Reason being is it widens out again, so anything that's travelling should slow down and deposit, hopefully. Well, there was nothing from that sample, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill that all back in. Just to put that's a big piece of quartz, a massive piece of quartz. But I'll fill that back in, and I'll try further down there, and then if not, I'll concentrate my time on just doing a few pans on that bank there, because I know there's a bit of gold in that bank now. The idea is to find places for next year where I can dig a big hole. So I've got one little speck out of that hole with, again, a bucket of classified, and I sucked it out with a pump. That's why it's full of water, but I'm down to what would be bedrock, same as that over there. So I don't think there's a lot depositing on this side, but I don't know. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time playing about there. I'm going to dig this bank here. I'll carry on with that there. What I'm going to do again, fill that in. Not just because I don't want people seeing what I'm doing here, but somebody might walk down here, put their foot in it, or a deer or somebody might put his foot in it, turn his, break a leg, which is not nice, so I'll fill that in. So as you can see, dug under there, I was pulling gold out of there. There's not loads, but then again I'm not right down to the bottom, which should be. And here as well, pull gold out of here, pull gold out of there. I'm pulling bits out of here. This is easy gold. Loads of big rocks here, which is a good sign. I need to get under them. Won't be this. It won't be before spring or before next season properly starts. But I'm pulling bits of gold out of here, and I'm just testing along here. I've got about half an hour left, so I'm just going to crack on with that, and I'll show you what I've got when I get home. Unfortunately, not as much as I thought I'd have got, but that's always how it is. So guys, these are results. That worked the first day I went down. I worked 23rd. And this is what I got today. This is there's about 20 pieces there. And I confirmed what I was thinking, there was gold where I thought it would be. Not as much as I'd have liked, but if so ever. Point is with this gold, not like last week I was down on the River Ara. These pieces in general are about 10 to 15 times bigger, the actual pieces of gold, and there's a lot bigger pieces in this river. But as you can see, that's quite a nice piece there, nearly 2 millimetres. But I'll have to go back down and get some more. Other beauty of this gold is potentially it's worth 20 times more than normal gold in its weight, just for the fact that it's first time there's gold in the river.